guys, welcome to a brand new video, and this is your next day thoughts. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already, subscribe if you are new, and leave a comment down below on what you thought of the game and what you think of the rest of the season. Just anything really, and we can maybe have a conversation in the comments. Just see how you guys feeling at the moment, because we're gonna start off with, of course, like we always do, what Daniel Farke said after the game. So Daniel Farke, the first thing he said after the game was a difficult conceding first away from home. Yeah, going 1-0 down to a team that don't concede more than one goal. I guess it is it is a hard thing to do. I think people forget that Luton Town do not concede more than one goal at home a lot of the time. They don't normally concede more than one goal. So going 1-0 down, very difficult against a team that does that. Especially here, allows other teams to be compact and rock solid at the back. Yep, they're pretty good, solid defensively. Like, I agree with that. We'll prefer to lead at some point. I mean, wouldn't everyone? I mean, that's kind of a stupid thing to say. I'm sure everyone would want to lead at some point. Sometimes you can have wishes and dreams, and they do not happen in the crunch period. Okay, whatever. The next thing he says, we knew it would be a difficult game today, which I think everyone knew. I think all Leeds fans also knew that it was going to be a very, very difficult game. They played Premier League football last season. I mean, they were in the Prem last season. They're probably the most competitive team last season in the Premier League out of all three, but they've been shit this season, so I don't think that should matter. I know they played Premier League last season. They're probably the best out of the three, and the only one out of the three that could have actually stayed up, but they've been shit this season. That's why they're down near the bottom. Like, it doesn't, that shouldn't come into play of it. They are underperforming. I don't know if they are underperforming. I just think they've not been good. I just think they've been poor. I don't know if that's underperforming, if they're just poor and they're going back to where they... To be honest, it looks like Luton Town are just going back to where they used to be, to be honest. But they have realised what they need to do over the last few games to survive, which, yeah, all the teams at the bottom normally improve at this stage of the season. They're normally very difficult games at the end of the season. You always got to say that. Like, the teams at the bottom start picking up points and start, you know... Form table wise, the teams at the bottom start being like near the top. Their style and pitch makes it difficult. Yeah, I mean, it's Kenilworth Road's a pretty tough place to go, as it's all like very, very close. And yeah, so it is a tough place to go. No stadium where the ball is so little in play. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he means by that. No stadium where the ball is so little in play. I mean, have you seen some of our games where they waste time, and then the ball's on the pitch for about 20 minutes and a half? Where are we up to? Daniel Farke then went on to say, we have the ball away 2 times unnecessarily. We gave the ball away 2 times unnecessarily, and they used it to go in the lead. That was the first goal. Of course, Nonto lost it, then Tanaka lost it, and then Firpo at the back stick. I liked our reaction. We stayed cool and equalised. Good finish from Dan James. Yep. Cannot allow any more chances, and we did this. When they don't take risks, we have to be patient, which is fair. Patrick had moments, and Isaac Schmidt too. I mean, Isaac Schmidt, I think the moment he had was from Bamford's pass, but defensively it was a brilliant tackle, but Bamford kind of got the ball and sliced it through the defenders, and he got onto the ball, and if the defender doesn't get his leg to it, it's a big chance for a goal. I mean, Bamford also had the strike that went on target, and yeah, I would honestly start Bamford in the next game if he can play a full 90. I'll start him. Then Daniel Farke went on to talk about we wanted a player on the pitch. Compliments to the lads. Mateo Joseph is ill, which we already knew, and Joe Rothwell, has a calf injury. In training yesterday, Pascal, our leader, out at the end, wanted Sam Barham with his strength on set pieces in there. I mean, yeah, he's pretty good at winning headers. Like, I've always said that Sam Barham in this team, in my opinion, is our best winner of best header. He has the best headers in the team, in my opinion. Like, he hits them on target more than anyone else, in my opinion, which is good to have him on the pitch for those moments, especially from set pieces where you want to get a little flick on. Schmidt really sharp in training and good in cup games. Strength in driving forward. What, the cup game we lost to Millwall? But that cup game was so long ago. I don't get that, because the cup game was a while ago, right? So I don't understand why hasn't he... If he was that good in the cup game, he impressed you, right? Why haven't you used him off the bench in these other games against QPR, Swansea? Why have you not used him in these games? But okay. The next thing he said is, we wanted a player on the pitch that was more reliable in the duels. Not happy with maturity in duels from Ramazani in recent games, but I swear Ramazani's only come off the bench in one of those games, which was the last game. And he was very poor, by the way. He was very poor against Swansea when he came on. That's why I didn't understand a lot of Leeds fans when I saw on social media them saying he should be starting, because he was absolutely shit when he came on in the last game against Swansea. So I didn't think he earned a start at all and shouldn't have started at all. But he should have minutes off the bench because he is a good player. And when we need that moment, you know, and Solomon's not giving it to us, with Solomon not having, like, he has 1 goal contribution, like 12 or something like that. I might have got that wrong, but something close to that, and he's not been good. He needs to step up. I like what I have seen from Isaac Schmidt in training, and in the cup. He then went on to talk about Rothwell. He said Rothwell out for the next 3 weeks, so Rothwell will be out for the next 4 games. So basically, I don't think Rothwell plays another game for the rest of the season in the starting. I don't think he starts another game for the rest of the season. Like, even if he comes back, after the next 4 games, right? We have, 3 games after that? Or 2? Well, how many games do we have? We got 6 now, don't we? Yeah, so he'll come back for the final, 2, 3 games? Yeah, I don't think he starts in a game at the end of the season. He might come off the bench, but I don't think he starts at all. He had a scan. Pascal, not sure, because of course Pascal Strack at the end of the game was hobbling off injured. There was a clip of him struggling to walk off the pitch after full time, so yeah. Striker hit his foot and it got more and more painful. The striker hit Pascal's foot and it got more and more painful throughout the game. So at one point, the striker must have hit a ball and he like hit Pascal's foot. And then it was kind of not that bad, but then it kind of got worse throughout the game. So I'm guessing that's what he means. He was top class today. I don't think Strack was top class. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he was top class. I don't think he had a great performance, to be honest. But anyway, next thing Daniel Farke said is because they play each other, it's still in our hands. Of course, but talking about Burnley and Sheffield United, they still play each other, so it is still in our hands. You can say it's still in our hands based on that, yes. At the moment, because we are within we are within 3 points of each other, so basically it is in our hands still. We cannot affect their games, of course. We have to focus on ourselves. I would have preferred 3 points today. I mean, you'd like 3 points every single game, so I don't know what that means. But I have to judge what I see. I like our spirit now, overcome this adversity. It's 1 point gained. Basically, I've heard people say it's not 1 point game, but for me, it is kind of 1 point game, especially after Sheffield United just lost to Oxford. It is a point gained on them, and it's still very, very tight. As long as we need to start picking up some wins soon. I mean, 1 win in 6. We do have to pick up wins very soon, and hopefully we can do that. So it kind of is a 1 point gain, especially after, of course, the result of the Oxford 1-0 win. Thank you, Oxford. It kind of is a point gained. Yeah, so we hopefully move on into the next game against Middlesbrough. It's going to be a very difficult game, but yeah. The next thing Farke said is, away draws had everyone down during my last title wins, but these points eventually won the league for us. Of course, he's talking about his Norwich team. Do not underestimate points like that, of course, because we could go up by a point at the end of the season. You look back and say, hey, that draw against Luton was massive, you know, if we go up by 1 point. Daniel Farke then said, today was right time for Nonto to play in the 10. Luton doesn't use midfield to play through. Today we could afford 10 that does not press as much, a 10 that doesn't press as much. A difficult game for him and all attackers. Yeah, I thought Nonto and Pirro were both anonymous, both very poor. Don't over-interpret cameos too much. First game back, I don't expect he runs the whole game. Basically saying it's his first game back from his little injury, or it's his first start in a long time as well. He don't expect him to run the whole game. Daniel Farke then said, I still feel we have a great chance. I see the reaction of the lads. We dig in. We have lost 1 game in the last 24. I feel like that doesn't matter. Like saying we've lost 1 in the last 24, you can say that. That sounds good if you're talking about the course of a season, right? But if you're talking about the last 6 games where we've got 1 win in 6, it's not a good look. It is not a good look. Hard to beat us. Yes, it is hard to beat us, but it seems like everyone's just drawing to us, so really we can't beat them either. Less draws would have been better, of course. Cannot look back, have to prepare for the next game, still have a great chance of the top 2, of course we do, because it is close and all that. Then Farke said, Bamford would have Bamford would have been in the squad today whether Joseph had been ill or not, which for me confirms that Bamford would have probably come on. Says the striker has shown shown he has something to offer in training, and I think so because when Bamford came on, he was better than Pirro. And yeah, he was better than Joseph's been all season, to be honest. Like, if you actually want to talk for like in honesty, he's been better than what Joseph's done every single time he's come on. I would honestly probably start Bamford over Pirro, just because Pirro scored 1 in 8. He's been poor. He's been the last 4 or 5 games. He's been basically anonymous again and again and again. He hasn't been able to score. I'm not saying Bamford's going to score, but the one thing Bamford's going to give you is the hold-up play. Is him being able to bring others into the game and bring the wingers, and maybe then the wingers might actually get some more goal contributions. But yeah, I'd probably start Bamford if he can play the full 90. If he can't play the full 90, I'd be fine with him coming on at half time and playing 45. But I would like to see him play a full 90. But yeah. So yeah, good game. Not good game. So that's what Fox said in the press conference. The press conference after the game. The post conference? What do they call it? Just him talking to the media after the game. Anyway, it was the performance not the best, but Oxford winning against Sheffield United, of course, is massive for us. We just have to go in, we gotta focus on ourselves. Like, that's the thing, we gotta focus on ourselves. As long as we keep very tight until the Sheffield United vs Burnley game, then we're going to find out if we are going to get promoted. I feel like that game's going to be massive of finding out are we going up or not. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.